What is the spiritual dream meaning of an apartment? Listen, this is a question that literally haunted Virginia Woolf. Long before she filled her pockets with stones and walked into a river, her dreams were screaming warnings at her. I mean, she wrote obsessively about rooms. Rooms that trap women, rooms that define them, rooms they could never, ever truly own. She knew exactly what it was like to live in spaces that were never fully hers, and her mind just fractured under the weight of it all. You see, she understood something profound, that a woman's psychological space and her physical space are completely inseparable. Her inner world was mapped directly onto the rooms around her. So when those rooms felt dark and suffocating, well, so did she. So you have to get this. This wasn't just some political statement. It was a spiritual declaration of independence. She didn't survive, but her message absolutely did. And this is her message for you, right now. The spaces you inhabit in your dreams are not random. They are dispatches from your deepest self, and they demand your attention. That apartment you keep dreaming about, the one with the strange layout or that incredible light, it's not just a collection of furniture and walls. It is a direct, unfiltered blueprint of your own soul. And that is exactly why this dream won't let you go, and why you need to ask yourself some very direct questions. I mean, right now. Have you? Think about it for a second. An unfamiliar place that felt more you than your actual home? Or maybe the opposite? A space that's just decaying, where nothing feels secure, where the very structure is failing around you. And what about this? Finding new wings, secret passages, entire parts of your own apartment self you never knew were there? Look, these are not coincidences. It's your psyche pounding on the door of your conscious life, demanding to be let in. Carl Jung called this the house of the psyche. And while so many dreams are about other people or events, the apartment dream is different. It points directly inward. It is a status report on your personal identity and your emotional safety in the world. But what's so critical here is the symbol of the apartment itself. There's a reason this isn't a dream about a house. This dream erupts when your soul can no longer tolerate being compressed. Just think about the difference. A house in a dream usually symbolizes permanence, sovereignty, complete ownership. But an apartment? That feels temporary. It has shared walls, there are people above you, below you, beside you. An apartment says you are still negotiating your space in this world. This is the core conflict. From birth, so many of us are trained to make space for others, to shrink ourselves, to nest in borrowed corners. This dream is your inner life demanding expansion. It's your spirit refusing to be a subtenant in its own existence. And don't think for a second this is abstract. This is about your life, right now. These dreams, they tend to cluster around very specific critical moments. Just look at this list. Relationship changes, career crossroads, grief, spiritual awakenings, identity crises. These are the exact moments these dreams appear. This is your unconscious mind doing the emotional work your waking self is either too afraid or just too busy to do. So let's bring this all together. The apartment in your dream is Virginia Woolf's room of one's own. It is the interior of your spiritual life. And its condition in the dream tells you everything you need to know about whether you are truly living or if you're just surviving. So pay attention to the dream, decode the architecture, check the locks, open the hidden doors. Your soul is trying to save you. Part 2. All right, listen up. Stop dismissing these dreams. Seriously. Every single one is an alarm bell ringing in a different room of your soul. One of them has your name on it. It's time to figure out which one, really listen to what it's saying, and then do something. Okay, let's start with the good stuff. The first 2 dreams we're going to talk about, they're not warnings. Think of them as invitations. This is your own soul literally showing you the life that's just waiting for you. If, and it's a big if, you have the guts to actually go and get it. So have you ever had that dream? The one where you're in an apartment you've never seen before, but it just feels right? Like home? You need to pay attention to that. That dream is showing you the life you are spiritually ready for. The reason it feels like home is because, deep down, on a soul level, it is your home. Okay, now this is a big deal. Dreaming of finding hidden rooms in your place, this is probably one of the most important dreams you can have. Your own mind is literally handing you a key. It's showing you all these parts of yourself that you've pushed down or maybe didn't even know were there. We're talking hidden talents, deep desires. This is a direct invitation to go digging in your own soul. So what's the holdup? What's stopping you from moving into that new apartment or exploring those hidden rooms? Let's be real. It's fear. Just plain old fear, pretending to be practical or realistic. So we're going to break through it. The door's already wide open. Your only job is to walk through. But look, not every dream is a sunny invitation. Some are, well, they're urgent status reports on what's happening right now. These next dreams are all about the current, messy condition of your mind and what needs to be fixed, like yesterday. If your dream apartment is cramped and cluttered, that's a direct reflection of your mind. It means you are holding on to way too much stuff. Old beliefs, bad habits, maybe even relationships that have expired. And let me be clear, this isn't just a little messy. This clutter is literally suffocating the real you. Now, what if the apartment is overcrowded? This is different. The clutter isn't things anymore, it's people. Your inner space, your own head, has been completely taken over by other people's demands, their drama, their expectations. You've been so busy being everything for everyone else that there's simply no room left for you. And let's get one thing straight. This action plan, it's not about losing anything. This is about recovering yourself. These are the first crucial steps to taking back your own inner territory, to finally making some damn room for the person you're actually supposed to be. Okay, we're leveling up the urgency here. This next dream isn't about a messy room. We're past that. This is about the foundation of your entire life starting to crumble. You know, crumbling walls, a leaky roof, a ceiling that's about to cave in. This dream means the whole structure you've built your life on. Your job, your relationships, how you see yourself, it just can't hold your weight anymore. It's not sustainable. And listen, this doesn't mean you're broken. It means the building is, and it has to come down. So stop trying to patch the cracks with tape. Seriously, where are you faking it? Where are you pretending everything's fine when it is absolutely falling apart? Find that spot. It's time to start the demolition on your own terms, with intention, before the whole thing collapses and buries you. All right, now we're going to look at two dreams that are basically polar opposites. They hold up a mirror. In one hand, you see the self you used to be, and in the other, you see the self you are absolutely worthy of becoming. It's a confrontation. Dreaming that someone else is living in your old apartment, this is about one thing and one thing only: grief. It's your mind's way of telling you, hey, that chapter, it's over, for real. Your subconscious is trying to process a loss that your conscious mind keeps pushing away, refusing to actually mourn. And then there's this one, dreaming of a gorgeous, luxurious apartment you can't afford. Get this out of your head right now. This has nothing to do with money. This is a dream about self-worth. That beautiful space isn't there to make you feel bad. It's there to show you what your soul already knows you deserve. The real question it's forcing you to answer is, why the hell don't you think you're worthy of this? So here it is, the choice. It's pretty simple, actually. On one side, you have the past, which you have to grieve and release. On the other, you have this incredible potential that you need to claim as your own. You cannot have both. You have to pick. And let's be crystal clear, these aren't gentle suggestions. They're directives. You need to perform a ritual for what's gone. Write the letter, burn it, whatever, seal it away. And then, without skipping a beat, you have to make one single choice that proves you actually believe you deserve better. Okay, we're here. The final two dreams. And I want you to understand there's no more fuzzy interpretation. These aren't polite invitations. These aren't status reports. These are the loudest, most frantic, blaring alarms your soul can possibly sound. The next dream we're talking about is not subtle. This is a 5-alarm fire. This is a critical system failure. Dreaming of broken locks? Or just no doors at all? Your boundaries are gone. They've been completely demolished. That means someone or something has an all-access pass to your innermost self, and it is costing you everything. You are wide open, totally unprotected. This is it, the most urgent warning you can possibly get. This is a spiritual state of emergency. This is not a drum. To dream that you are locked out of your own apartment, that is your psyche's last-ditch, desperate cry for help. It means you've become so cut off from who you are, from your own needs and your own truth, that you can't even get back inside yourself. You are literally in exile from your own life. So this action plan, this isn't some self-help tip for your vision board. This is an emergency intervention. You need to enforce one critical boundary. I'm not talking about next month. I'm talking about now. And you need to start therapy or journaling or have a brutally honest talk with someone you trust. Not next year, this week. The time for waiting is over. So let me just leave you with this. Can you really afford to keep standing on the outside of your own life, looking in? What's it going to cost you to ignore this for one more day? Part 3. Okay, let's get real. Siri without action, it's just entertainment. So everything up to this point means absolutely nothing unless you do something with it. What's coming next are practical applications, real, concrete tools. Your job is to choose the one that unsettles you the most, because trust me, that's the one you need. First things first, we need a map. You can't change a thing until you can actually see what's going on inside. So these first tools are all about introspection, about drawing a clear, honest floor plan of your own mind. This one is for the woman who never, ever stops moving. You think you don't have time, right? But your dreams are leaving these urgent messages that you just sprint right past every morning. Your unconscious is working for you every single night, and all it's asking is that you take 5 minutes to listen. This isn't some cute suggestion, it's essential. Okay, now for the woman who thinks and processes through creativity. I want you to get a blank page and draw the apartment from your dream. You don't have to be an artist, just map it out. Label the rooms. Where's joy? Where's grief? And here's the most important part. What room is locked? What space is just overflowing with stuff? Let me be crystal clear. This isn't about making pretty art. This is a survival exercise. When you can literally see your inner world laid out in front of you, that's when you can finally start to renovate it. You can unlock the doors you've kept shut for years. You know, a woman who can see her own soul clearly, now that is a woman who survives. And for the woman who needs structure, this is for you. Every Sunday, for just 15 minutes, you're gonna perform psychological maintenance. Think about it. You wouldn't ignore your finances or your physical health, so why on earth would you ignore this? Your inner life is not less important than your bank account. It's time to manage it with the same discipline. All right, once you have that map, it's time for the renovation. It is time to take real, tangible action in the real world. Because all that introspection, it's completely useless if it doesn't lead to change. If your dream involves a partner, pay attention. It's like a relational X-ray, and it is showing you the unfiltered truth. So look at it honestly. In your relationship, do you have your own emotional room? Or do you feel crowded out? Are you a guest in your own life? This demands a courageous conversation. And if you can't have that conversation safely, well, that's the most important piece of information you could possibly get. This is for the woman in transition, the one who's caught between who she was and who she's becoming. I want you to choose a doorway in your home, stand right in front of it, and say out loud what you are leaving behind. Name the old identities, the wounds, the limitations, give them a voice so you can finally say goodbye. And then you physically step through the door. As you cross that line, you name what you're stepping toward. You have to do this. This is how the body learns what the mind has already decided. You cannot just think your way into a new life. You have to move your entire self through that threshold. Listen, you are not meant to do this alone. Find your people, a trusted friend, a therapist, a women's circle, and bring your dream into the room with you. The goal here isn't to be fixed, it's to be witnessed. Hearing yourself speak your inner life out loud, it changes everything. And the women around you, they will see themselves in your story. And together, you will all refuse to stay locked out of your own lives. So let's talk about the bottom line. Let's be really clear about the stakes here. Your dream isn't just your brain processing the day. No, it is an urgent communication from the part of you that cannot lie. And you need to start listening. Virginia Woolf knew this. I mean, she wrote it. She lived it. A woman without her own room, her own inviolable inner space, is a woman in danger. When that inner room becomes too fractured, too dark, well, it can cost you everything. But you are still here. You still have time. That apartment in your dream, that inner world, it belongs to you. So claim it, repair it, expand it, and protect it with everything you've got. Because everything you want, your entire future, it's waiting for you, right on the other side of that door.